All right, guys, welcome to today's live session recap. NASDAQ, S&P, and gold were absolutely awful as we are anticipating the Fed funds rate that will be released at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday afternoon. So, with that statement being made, crude oil was basically the market that remained in focus throughout the entire session as it offered us a very calculated push higher and a reversal setup as well. So I'll just show you very quick and simple. You can see we had a double top made over here during the overnight hours, maybe a little easier to see here on the bottom chart. And we broke that, settled above it, and retested it this morning, right about 8:55 in the morning, 9 o'clock as the open transpired, and we pile drive basically straight up, right, into and through the prior day, prior week's high. We got very congested up in this area here, and you can see we then started to fall back, which we isolated and identified that if we fell back through the prior weekly high, which was right here at 70.34, that we would continue into $70 followed by the VWAP, and that's exactly what we did. If we break that, 69.60 becomes realistic, even 69.10 to 69.15 later in the day if selling does continue. So calculated push higher and identified the reversal basically as clean as humanly possible. I didn't sleep well last night, right? So part of my trade plan is if I don't have a good night's sleep, I try not to trade too early in the morning, only because listen, your head's probably not in it. Now, I identified this push nice and clean. My clients had the opportunity to take it. I just wasn't prepared to place a trade as I was talking them through what was transpiring. It was what it was. But once I identified the reversal here, I did. I took this short into 70.05, and I will include a video of that inside the blog post, which will be linked underneath this video wherever it may be appearing. I'll show you, you can see exactly where I entered, how much I risked, where I took my profit. You can as well, see the profit and loss. You can, analyze it to whatever degree that you feel necessary to see if potentially the way I operate could be beneficial to you. But outside of that, guys, like that's all this morning produced, and sometimes that's it, right? Like I exclusively trade crude oil. If today didn't produce an opportunity at all for me, great. And again, the reason I didn't take the long this morning was just because I was tired. I identified it live in front of my clients. Whether they took advantage of it or not, that's up to them. But I just wasn't ready to place a trade. And that's reverts back to part of my trade plan. If I had a rough night's sleep, if I don't feel 100%, I'll just wait. And if I take a trade later on, great. If I don't take a trade later on, that's fine. There's always the next day. But the reversal seemed very calculated. I'll include a image of the footprint chart of what prompted me to take the short. And then you can watch it for yourself, right? This way you can learn from it. So if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. You can leave comments below. I do monitor them. But the best way to reach me is via email. I do actively check that email box if I can help you in any way. But otherwise, guys, that's it. Knocked it out. One trade for myself today, but identified 2 setups for my clients on crude oil. And that's all she wrote. So I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. I look forward to recapping tomorrow's session with you. And I'll see you then.